Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. And I hope that you are too. All right. So today we are going to conclude our week of fall. Today is going to be the last day that we're learning about fall. So this morning I want to ask you the question. And it just says, how do we know it's fall? So all that we've learned this week, how do we know it's fall? What are some things that we've learned to notice during the fall time? So we know that in the fall, the leaves change colors. And what else happens? The weather changes. Good. All right. So before we write our morning message, let's count our words. Okay. It just asks us the question, how do we know it's fall? So let's count our words. How do we know it's fall? 5 and 6. So what was our first word? Our first word is how. So I'm writing how. How do we know it's fall? And it's asking us a question, so I'm putting a question mark. All right, so we read left to right. As I touch the word, you read it with me. How do we know it's fall? So how do we know that it's fall? What happens? There's two things that we've talked about. The leaves change colors, so I'm going to write leaves change colors. And then what's the other thing that we learned? What else changes? The weather. So I'm going to write weather changes. And how does it change? Does it get hotter? No. What happens? The weather gets what? It gets cooler. So it cools off. So how do we know it's fall? Because the leaves change colors and the weather changes by cooling off. Thank goodness. All right, so today we're going to write the letter L. That's our letter that we've been learning this week. So we're going to write it right up here, the letter L. Remember, get your fingers out. And as I'm telling you what to do, you do that with your finger, okay? So if I say pull down, you pull down with your finger. If I say slide over, you slide over with your finger, okay? All right, so uppercase L. We're starting with uppercase L. All right, so fingers up, pull down, slide over. Okay, so you pull down, slide over, and there's your uppercase L. Now let's write our lowercase l. Lowercase l is so simple. What do? You just pull down because it is a straight line. So fingers up, pull down. Now I wrote that a little crooked, but it's okay. All right, so you just pull down with a straight line. And that is our letter L. All right, so what sound does L make? L says L. Can we think of some words that start with the L sound? What is one word that we've talked about a lot this week? Something that falls off the trees. The leaves. Leaves starts with the letter L. It also starts with the L sound. Can you think of another word that starts with the letter L or the L sound? Try to think of another word on your own, and I want you to tell an adult. Okay, so whoever you're sitting with right now, tell them a word that starts with the L sound, the letter L. I'll give you just a minute to talk about it. Those are some really good words, okay? So this week, as you're going into the weekend, I want you to focus on the letter L. So you already know that leaves starts with the letter L. I want you to come up with some other words that start with the letter L. Maybe you see something laying around at the house and you say what it is and you say, that starts with the L sound. Like maybe a laptop. If you're having to do work on a laptop, you know that that starts with the L sound. Okay, so I want you to come up with some of your own words. Just see what you can find around the house that might start with the L sound. All right, so good luck, and I hope you all have a wonderful weekend.